that was something that was very expensive, but very worth it. So that at night, it will not be pitch black. People can see around, and yet it's still as low as it can be while still being on. So that
it gives an impression that there are no windows?
In the sleeping area, there are not windows around that area. Part of that is for safety. We don't need people peering in. It's at street level, so they won't be upstairs. It's like you walk into the space and they're there. So there's no real barrier. However, this will make more sense when you're there tomorrow. When you walk in, there will be kind of a welcome area. This weekend we painted the mural, so you'll get to see the mural when you walk in. And our shelter staff will greet each guest and invite them in, take down their name. There won't be any strict requirements for guests. The goal is getting as many women to safely sleep as soon as possible. It is still under construction, right? We're going to be putting the beds together. It's not finished. We're not open yet. So the timing of your visit is kind of amazing. We will open in early February.
So this is a new project?
Very new. Yes, yes.
With men, it exists for 70 years, or with males, it exists for over 70 years?
Our meal service has existed for 74 years. We started the housing program maybe 10 years after that, so maybe 60 years. And at that time, that was addressing a need that didn't exist. And so as we've aged, we continue to expand, adding another residential program at the farm, and it's taken us a long time to fundraise so that once we open the women's shelter, we have already fundraised for the operating costs for the first 2 years, so that there won't have to be so that there won't be any fear about it closing or anything. Right. We wanted to raise it up so that we can be confident that it will be open.
Who are the donors, like enterprises or private?
Yes, and both, everything. So donors can be individuals that live in Portland that are familiar with our work. We just did a big year-end campaign where we use some of the products that we make at the farm as an incentive for donating. So giving out honey and wooden cutting boards, that's from the farm, and pepper grinders that were made from Oregon black walnut, all handmade by residents. This gives us an opportunity to speak about our mission and the work that we're doing here, while also sharing a useful item that anybody can use. That someone says, yeah, I could give $50 to, I would buy that in the store, and yet we recoup all of those donations. So that's one campaign that we just ran at the end of 2025. We are always working with local companies and institutions as well, be it grocery, like food delivery, distribution, construction companies. You'll see a sign at the women's shelter. One of our biggest partners has a sign out front that has helped with the construction of the women's shelter. So we really make those connections, and it's very deeply rooted. The individual guests, many of the people that come to us for meals 3 times a day, that's why we're here, not to be welcome. People also feel safe at Blanchet House because we are here to serve without judgments.
Leadership in energy and environmental design.
Of individuals that often feel
It's a organization.
unseen, and we need to take time to look at them, and address those deeper things that we can do to support them. Most of our residents aren't coming directly from the street. Some are. However, a big detail about our program is that it is sober, so you cannot be using until here. residents that come to live with us, they work in the building, and that's part of the requirement to live here as well, because it creates community, you know, you're giving back to this space that can provide you with housing and free meals today. And so if somebody struggles with either of those two things, they may not be ready to live here. However, if they identify as a woman and living on the street, they will be welcome at the women's shelter, which is low barrier, meaning they do not need to meet a set of requirements. During our meal service, we do have security that's here for the safety of all of our guests. We cannot see weapons or paraphernalia. We understand that guests will have those items. You have to touch yourself when you are living on